RNG right at the beginning of this. Alright, let's get this ready. For those of you who don't know, Clock Tower is an old school horror game. I'll let the beginning play out of it before I have to do the RNG. I'll give a little background on it. So in Clock Tower, you're playing as a teenage girl, and you essentially have to survive the mansion. And we're gonna have some things chasing us, some things happening. We have to find our friends, and hopefully save the day. Alright, let's get ready for this. Alright, and we are starting. So I'm going to keep the timer running during the entire thing, but we hit a few issues with this run because of how dependent on RNG it is. We have two major things that we start with that could be issues. And the first one is actually right at the beginning in this run. We have to get a certain key in order to let us into the rest of the mansion. If we get a ... that's bad. If we get a just kind of text, we're good. Let's see what we get. Hey, we got the key on the first try, so I'm really happy with that. It generally takes me like 20 tries to get it. Alright, so we got the key, and we're about to, I guess we're actually about to start the game. We're about to see pretty much who's going to be your friend for the rest of the game. And there's a couple ways we can meet our buddy here, but we're going to do it this way because it's faster. There we go. And this is our friend right here. This is little Bobby Barros, also known as the Scissor Man. Oh my god, he's gonna... Oh, Bobby! Sometimes you get unlucky with that, to where Bobby will attack you afterward. Luckily, since we're able to glitch past him like that, we do something called an action glitch, where we click on the stairs here and it lets us walk past him. Sometimes he'll turn around though, and that is, obviously that's an issue as you can see there. But it's really, it just kills about maybe 10 seconds or so. It could be a death sentence if you do everything right, but a lot of times people don't get everything right, so. Right there we had a bit of a forced trip, and we're making our way into the West Wing, and to our next RNG seed. Our next RNG seed here is going to be the library, where we have to, one, escape Bobby, and we also have to find a piece of paper to let us know how to get into another room later on. And while we're waiting, hopefully get the room. Hey, we got the library first try. Awesome. Hopefully we get the book, so the paper right here. While we're waiting for Bobby, he should be coming out right here. We'll give him some knowledge right here. Check this out. Timber... And then Bobby vanishes into the netherworld, I suppose. Alright, we didn't get it. We're going to have to reset it and try it again. Hopefully I can get it this time. I'll be able to talk more about, I guess, the game itself while we wait. The RNG seed pretty much wants us to go as fast as possible. There's not really a dedicated amount of time. We just found the best one so far is to go as fast as possible. But yeah, a little background on the run we're doing. We're doing the S ending for Clock Tower, which is the best ending you can get in the game. It means you've done everything as good as you can, and you get, obviously, rewarded with the best ending because of it. Now, I estimated 30 minutes on this run because of the amount of resetting we're going to have to do to get past the first hurdle. Like, the game is just entirely the first hurdle for the most part. After the two hurdles, it's not nearly as bad, because everything is just tricks that we can, if we mess up on them, I mean, that's my own fault. On these tricks, there's really not much I can do in regards to them. But yeah, the S ending requires us to get certain milestones in this game. And the milestones involve us finding out the truth from one of the two sources, seeing one of our friends die, and then, or I guess seeing two of our friends die, technically. And that's pretty much about it. We have to see one of our friends die to find out the secret about Bobby, and then we have to find out the secret about Mary, because Mary has a deep secret. We haven't gotten to meet Mary yet, because we normally skip the intro of this game. But we'll see Mary near the end of the run. She has a major role to play in all of this. I don't want to spoil too much with this, but one of the big things that gets referred to in this game is the cradle under the stars. And everyone in the game talks about the cradle and the star. And during certain scenes, I'll talk more about what's happening here. This is our friend Anne, and Anne doesn't really suffer a good fate here. She just kind of falls. Wow, I'm getting this. Oh, no, we got it. There we go. For a second, I thought he was going to turn around just like last time, but I guess not everything is bad for me. I think this one might be the one. It's usually not too unlucky that we don't get it. Currently, the world record for this game is 12:49. That's set by me, and it's pretty much getting the perfect scenario for this game. And all in all, it is a pretty short game if you just do the endings single-handedly, but if you do every ending, it can get a bit longer for runs. Right now, we're gonna keep running away from Scissorman. We didn't get the good RNG here, but it's still doable. Normally that's the room we want, and then we want the crow room next to the doll room, which is upstairs. We have to check all the rooms though to make sure we can find the library. This is the piano room. We don't really care about this room. In fact, this is really a bad room to see. It kills time. It's really just not good at all. Normally you have to go in there to get the other way to get into the ceremony room, but that's just so much slower, so we don't do it. It involves us getting a staff and then like decoding the staff, so we're gonna check these. There's 2 rooms over here. There's 4 rooms total, so it's bound to be one of these. Not this one, obviously. Hopefully it's the next one, because if it's not the next one, we're gonna have to run all the way upstairs, and that's just gonna waste a bunch of time. Alright, let's check this out. I think we got this. Alright, oh my exit. I messed that up. That was my bad entirely. Alright, let's go back. Alright, now we run back into the room. There we go. And that should be good for that. Alright, let's pray to God we get the demon idol. If I see various technical books, I swear I'm gonna restart the game. Well, we got various technical books. My life is pretty much a series of various technical books, and I'm okay with that. Most of the seeds I've had have me actually waiting a bit longer at the quick start menu, but you don't always have time to do that. And yeah, half the fun of this game is actually resetting, so. The actual terror is that. Alright, let's see if we get the key. I think we'll get the West Wing key. The reason why we want this box of the West Wing key is because it's right at the beginning. Normally, if you don't get this one, there's always another way to beat the game. So that's, like, the game will never force you not to beat it. They always have different paths, it's just the other paths aren't ideal, and it's actually possible to mess up getting the S ending if we take the other path, so that's why I don't even risk it, because in theory I can spend about 3 minutes trying to get the guaranteed into the ceremony room, but then the problem with that becomes, oh hey, wait a minute, I can possibly get thrown into the A ending, which we don't want, we want the S ending. Also, since I've reset this a few times, I just want to say I've seen that scene, I don't know how many times, just Anne falling through the ceiling. And Bobby is just, Bobby is not being kind today. I really should have, probably got like a leprechaun or something. I think I should have prayed a bit more to Ecdysis, but what could you do? Alright. At the very least, we have the... There we go. There we go. Awesome. Alright, we're gonna get to the library this time. I believe it. I believe in libraries. I believe in knowledge. I have a good feeling about this, actually. Let's check this out. Let's see. We already didn't get the proper room. I think we'll at least... Oh my god, Bobby. I'm gonna do a nice sweet trick here. See, we can walk right past Bobby. Alright. I actually have the... Oh my... here we go. Here we go. There we go. I just realized, I wanted to have the chat open. There we go. 12 minutes of RNG. I've gone 20 minutes before, just kind of going back and forth. At the very least, I had a nice Bobby dodge there. I just love it because generally you just walk right past Bobby. Alright, we got a bathroom. We got a bathroom. I'm really happy. I'm really triggered that we got the bathroom there. I want the library, and I want a Demon Idol book. We just need one Demon Idol book. The Demon Idol book now is upstairs. We're gonna have to run all the way upstairs this time. Alright. I've also had a weird glitch sometimes where I've been able to dodge Bobby. At this point, I really just want to get to the second phase of the game. Thank you for running the game. Thank you. Yeah, Bobby is not right. Not right at all. Yeah, the fun part about Clock Tower, though, is the game came out in 1995, and actually came out at the same time as Resident Evil, Silent Hill, the other big horror titles. And this came out on the Super Nintendo. Like, I mean, how many horror games do you have on the Super Nintendo? We have this. I don't think there's really... I guess there's horror-themed games like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. There's no direct horror games. Alright, we have the library up here. We're gonna call Bobby a nerd and hit him with some books because Bobby likes to hit those books. And then we're gonna pray to demons now. We're gonna pray to the demons of the Demon Idol that we get the book. We don't want various technical books. We don't want various knowledge. We're gonna call Bobby a nerd like that. He's a nerd. See, look at that. And now, watch. We're gonna get Demon Idol book right now. We got it! Finally! Alright, we have a run now. It took me 11 minutes and 20 seconds, but we have a run. And that's okay now. We finally have a run. I'm so happy we actually have a run now. And now I can actually get into the other tricks. Alright, we're finally in the second half of the game. Alright. So, the next trick we're going to do is called the hole skip. We're going to have a hole down here. And normally you can't pass it, obviously, right? So we're going to do this. We're going to just run across it. Because Jennifer is magical. She can run across holes because she has the spirit. And now we finally got the Demon Idol. I'm so happy with this. That being said, we're probably going to have a 20-minute run just because of the timing. It took me about... It takes me roughly about 10 minutes after getting the Demon Idol book where we can get it. This is probably the longest actual part of runs here. Sorry about that. I don't have the best mic. I always get happy whenever I get the Demon Idol paper because it means I have an actual run going. Right now we have a secret room over here with some secrets, and we're gonna check out this door because it looks pretty cool. We're actually gonna do another little trick here called the text skip. Hopefully I can get it. It saves a few seconds here. There we go. So, by doing an action and opening our items at the same time, we can actually skip any dialogue in the game and immediately cut to the end of the animation. Well, it's the demon to tail mic. We found a hidden room where Jennifer would normally say that, but we're just going to skip that like that, and we're going to walk into it. And this is one of the big parts of the game story-wise. We just found a room, we found a bag, and we found this dude. This dude right here is our dad. We used to have to talk to him for like a minute, 30 seconds, but we found a new trick where we can just do this. Alright, we talk to this bag, we text skip it, and then we run away. Bye, Dad. Bye, Daddy. Apparently all you had to do the entire time to get the proper flag for that game is just talk to the bag. And then we save about 20 more seconds by skipping that bag. A text skip, what it does is during any action, like talking to that bag, sometimes you have to wait for the entire text to end. By using the items and going back and forth, it overrides any text and it skips straight to the end animation. We're going to do another hole skip here, like this. If I can get it. There we go. And we just run over the hole using item this time. Alright. Yep, that was Jennifer's dad's corpse. We just kind of abandoned him there. Jennifer's dad, essentially, since we skipped that part of the game, Jennifer's dad was here because Jennifer's dad is a doctor. Walter Simpson. Walter Simpson is a doctor. And what Walter Simpson does is he... I got the text, awesome. We're also got a bit of RNG with the doll here. Hope we can manipulate it by running past her in a certain pattern. I'm going to try it. Sometimes it doesn't always work, though. Anyway, Walter Simpson comes to the mansion, and then Miss Mary obviously gives birth to twins. Well, actually not obviously gives birth to twins, but she gives birth to twins. Alright, we didn't get it. We must have to wait it out. So she gives birth to twins, and Walter Simpson is responsible for giving birth to, or delivering the twins. So, while doing it, he realizes that those are not children, but he calls them demons. Mainly because, I guess, one of them is uglier than sin, and the other one apparently ate his hand. So Bobby wanted to put all of them down, but Miss Mary wasn't about that. So what Miss Mary does is she puts him in that room, and then he suffocates to death. And that's the fun of that. But we learn the secret that Miss Mary is evil. And that's one of the secrets in the game. See, Jennifer liked Miss Mary because she reminded her of Madame Presidente. Miss Mary actually looks a bit like Hillary Clinton, which we'll see in a bit. Oh wait, it's this room over here. Is it? We'll find out. I can't remember which room the crow room is in, but we'll find it. The next step, the last one for the crow room is... No, that wasn't the crow room. Alright, so I definitely messed up. The crow room was back there, I think. I'm pretty sure it was. I swear... Oh wait, no, the piano room was back there. Was it? I'm pretty sure it was the crow room, but either way, we'll figure... It's definitely not competitive time, so I'm not too worried checking all the rooms. Alright, the crow room was all the way back there. I forgot. Alright. But yeah, we learned Miss Mary is essentially hiding something, and everyone refers to something as the cradle under the stars. Because there's twins. We see Bobby, but we don't know what happened to the other twin. We're going to figure that out. Now, we have two more things in this game we have to cross before we kind of hit really just the end game. The first, we have to free the crow, because crows are our friends. We like Brendan Fraser. Wait, no, it's Brendan Lee, that's it. He did the crow. Brendan Lee did the crow, and he was a good guy. He was good in that movie. Alright, we can text skip this too. Normally you have to be as surprised as a crow. We're just going to walk up to it and steal this key. Alright. And see, we just kind of walk back and forth. And that's why... Well, you'll see what I mean. And we can use the text skip on all these things. Miss Mary just kind of looks like it. It's weird. We free this crow because this crow doesn't want to be in crow jail. He's a good guy. But we skip the text afterwards. She pretty much just says, I wonder if I'll ever be free. The game used to never skip any of these, but then we saved massive amounts of time by just doing it. Alright, now we're pretty much near the end of the game here. I'm messing up some of these doors, but that's okay. Now we get our demon idol here, which we had earlier, and we're going to place it. To reveal a secret on this pentagram. There's actually a room! And we're about to meet the best friend and the run killer. The run killer is coming up. Save Brendan. I agree, save Brendan. We're about to see Miss Mary for a bit here. She'll be walking over here. We don't know where she's going, though. We'll figure it out. We're about to see it. And not only do we see Miss Mary, we see our friend, the dog. We have the dog. And we're going to do a couple skips here. Now, I've died to the dog a lot, but I don't do it as much anymore. We do two animation skips there, so we don't have to watch any cutscenes. And now we're going to do another text scene skip here. We skip that, and we talk to our friend Lottie, and then we immediately say bye. Bye, Lot. Lot essentially just tells us, oh hey, the Scissor Man can be defeated by noise because the Scissor Man is apparently very sensitive to hearing. He's like a baby with baby ears, and he doesn't like bells, I suppose, or clock towers, which makes you wonder why does he live in a clock tower. Now, the elevator's out of order, so we're going to talk to the elevator repairman, also known as the Cradle Under the Stars. Yes, because that actually kills the run. Like, the RNG resets just decide if you have a run. You normally just kill the time every time you RNG reset, that would actually kill a run if you fail it, because the dog just kills you. We're about to talk to the Cradle Under the Stars. The Cradle Under the Stars. So this is Bobby's brother here, and his name is Dan. Now Dan is a big boy. You think that Bobby and Dan would be the same size since they're twins, but Dan obviously got the better stick here. See, Bobby kills people with scissors, Miss Mary adopts orphans, and Dan eats the orphans. He is covered in orphan meat. And I'm not kidding either, that's actually the plot of this game. They feed orphans to Dan. Dan is, that's not like, he's a body with orphan meat. He's all orphan meat. Dan the man is orphan meat. That's what he is. We had a long scene there, we're just pushing B, but we're about to see Dan put to rest. But is he going to catch us? Look at him. Look at all that orphan meat. And... we burn him to death. Alright, we're coming up near the end of the game here. Dan has vanished. He doesn't even have a body anymore because we burned all the orphans. Apparently, according to this game, orphans are indispensable. Except Jennifer. Jennifer's not. A fun fact for this game while we're waiting, because we're about to have an elevator scene and then just a big cutscene before the run ends. What we're going to get is... actually, the game was based on the movie Phenomena, released in like 1986, and it shares a lot of the scenes, and it also shared, like, they based Jennifer off of Jennifer Connelly. So, I guess a little fun fact for Clock Tower. Alright, now we're going to operate the elevator here. And we have about a minute after this scene until the game ends, and we'll figure out everything. We'll make sure I do everything right here. And I think everything will be okay. But wait, the lights went off. If you don't do things right, he'll just kill you straight up in the elevator, but we did things right, so we're able to run out of it. This is all just like a cutscene here, pretty much. I have no control until the end of it. But Bobby Barros, is chasing us here, up these stairs. Bobby can be a he just become annoying sometimes. He gets really bad in the H ending, because he can really just start messing up your runs. And we have our friend Laura here. She's just kind of chilling. See, Jennifer's not very nice. She kind of, like... Bobby is just trying to share his scissors, and Jennifer just goes around the mansion pushing around Bobby people. It's not very nice. She's just pushing him around. She's dumping books on him, pushing him around. And now we push him off the cliff. Now we're going to reunite with our friend. But the final scare! And that's the run. We did it in 22:29. It's definitely an unoptimal time, but it's... The actual run is probably more like about 14 or 15 minutes in terms of actual time. Probably more around 15, to be honest. If we don't count the resets. And Miss Mary, pretty much, she dies to crows. Brandon Lee killed her. That's why we defended Brandon Lee's movies. That's why we defended Brendan Fraser's movies. So he could help us out in our time of need. And this is the ending right here. I'll leave it running for a bit. While that's happening, I'm gonna see how much time we got left. I think we have about 5. I think it might be a bit ahead of schedule. I'll want to see something just really quick. Oh, perfect. Alright, so it's been told we have plenty of time. I'll leave the credits rolling for a bit so we can be rewarded for our hard work here at the S ending. We saved our friend. We defeated the Scissorman. We defeated Miss Mary. And we got some time. I'll do a couple other endings here. We're going to do H and G since those are the fastest, and I don't have to worry about the same RNG again. Because every other run utilizes the RNG with the Demon Idol book, and it took me about 10 minutes to get that. So I think I'll be fine just not doing that. But yeah, we'll run G and H, because this is the best ending in the game right here. This is the best ending in the game. You save your friend. You get to look out the clock tower, look at the sun, You did it. You saved the day. The only downside is this ending's not canon. The canon ending going to Clock Tower 2 is that Jennifer's the only survivor in the game. It's really cool though, there's actually a few interesting ways. I mean, there's really only 1 and 2. But who freed the crows? We freed Brandon Lee. There's also a few interesting ways Jennifer can die. I might show those since we have time. But first, we'll do the H and G endings, because those take about maybe 5 minutes each. And both of them are considered the worst endings in the game. Dan actually is, I think, in the movie. They're feeding orphans to Dan, so... Alright, I'm going to reset the timer here. We have 22:29, I think. But we're going to run H now. And H is a 2-minute run. And we don't really need the RNG for it. What we're going to do is we're just going to make a straight beeline. And this is when Jennifer doesn't help her friends. This is when Jennifer's just a mean girl. The endings that are canon are A through C. The only rule is that Jennifer survived the Clock Tower events and no one else did. Except for a little boy named Edward, apparently, as he learned in Clock Tower 2, but I don't want to spoil too much of that game. So we're doing the H ending right now, and the H ending is considered the worst ending in the game. And the H ending is the worst because Jennifer helps no one. She just saves herself. She just runs away. Watch, we're going to watch poor Anne die, and then Jennifer's just going to run away. We don't even care about Laura a lot. We don't even care about the crow. We don't even free the crow. Like, we don't free the crow. That's why the H ending is the worst. We don't save the crows. We don't save the animals. But we're going to pass Bobby here. Watch, he just got juked because, look, he's a little boy. Look at these tiny shorts. Bobby gets juked. And we're going to run to this car because Bobby can't drive. He's too young. Jennifer's NASCAR style of running. Check this out. Here's what we're going to do. H for you. Alright. Now, Bobby cannot climb up ladders, so we're going to run up this ladder. Alright, now we have to help on good Bobby RNG. We want Bobby to get out as soon as possible. Bobby didn't see us, hopefully. Oh my god, he did! We actually might have a world record here! I'm gonna be competitive. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. We actually have a chance. We actually have a chance on something here. Alright, we have to get in this car and talk to it 3 times, and then we unleash the beast. Nope! Yeah, I messed it up. Alright, that glitch can happen if you time it wrong. Or she just kind of runs out of the screen. Alright. And I messed that up too, actually. Alright, well, no world record. What I was trying to do is you can actually make it so you grab the key and then you just pause. And then she will, like, it's easier to click on the card door faster, but we're not going to get it. We're going to get a decent time, though. So we do text skips here to make it a bit faster. Jennifer needs some convincing to ditch her friends, though. 3 times to be exact. Alright. Alright, now Jennifer has been properly convinced to ditch her friends, and we're going to just drive away. We have world record pace, but I ran off the screen. The world record's about 2 minutes for that one. It's by Sopa. I want to give a shout to Sopa, actually. He's taking my records. But that's okay. I hope he takes more so I have a reason to go back to some of them. We're going to leave these credits running. Because S ending just kind of ended there, but this ending actually has cutscene after the credits. So we're going to leave these credits running for a second. There we go. Yeah, we have all the credits, and the interesting part about this game is mainly released for the Super Famicom, but there's a few fan-made translations of the game, but they're ultimately slower, so we just run it this way. To be fair, I mean, the S ending was fun, but I was like 10 minutes of resetting, so it's not the end of the world you missed S. S endings are a lot more fun when they're on pace. But you can't always get the good pace. I love the music to this game too, it's surprisingly good. Yeah, we got the car on this ending. We have one more ending, and it's another car ending. The car endings are much faster. Alright, we're coming to the end of these credits. Let's see. Yep, that's the H ending. The fun part about the H ending is, like, if you just bought this game, maybe you're a kid or a teenager or something, and you're playing it for the first time, you can literally just run to the car and say, oh hey, I guess that's the end of the game. Why did I pay, like, what Nintendo games were like $60 for this? You just run to the car and drive away. You can do that, and you don't even know about the S ending unless you find your dad. Like, the only way to get the S ending is to find your dad, so you'd just be totally lost. The S ending is 2 minutes, or the H ending is 2 minutes. S ending is roughly about 13. The G ending is about 3. About 3.5, I think. I don't know the current world record for it, but I normally don't get a good enough RNG to do G, but we'll give it a shot, just because we still have time, I believe. If you want a simplified plot of the game, Miss Mary adopts 4 orphans, Laura, Anne, Lot, and Jennifer, and people start mysteriously dying to a little boy with giant pair of scissors. Now, what we learned while I was playing as Jennifer is that Miss Mary has a plot to where she adopts orphans, Bobby kills the orphans, and then Dan eats the orphans. So here we go with the H ending really quick. I'll pause for a second, or shut up for a second. What a twist! What a twist. This is on the Super Famicom. So technically it was Super Nintendo. There's also a fan-made translation on the SNES. So it's only horror game to come out on it. Alright, we're going to do one more ending here, because I believe we still have time. I'm pretty sure we still have time. The next ending is going to be G. And it's just going to be called the G ending for the next one. Alright, I'm about to give it a go. Alright, and we're going to start the G ending this time. This one should be roughly about 3 or 4 minutes. Estimated 5 because it used to be a bit harder, but I'm going to try going for perfect setup here. Now, we used to have to do a whole setup and hope for the best, but now we can take a bit of a risk here. Hopefully the risk pays off. I've died so many times to it, I'm hoping I don't die to it. And we're also going to see what happens if Laura dies, because all we've been seeing is Anne die. But I think Laura can deserve some dying too. Alright, so we're going to skip the ... and just walk in there. That's actually a ... skip, but it's really hard to pull off. And the game is bugging out for some reason. Well, I guess I'm not getting a record today, but it should load in just a second. It should ideally load in just... There we go. Sometimes the game will do that. Alright, and we're gonna take a nice steamy shower here. Let's take a nice steamy shower. Hey, look, it's Laura. I love that jump scare because most people, the first time they play it, that's the one they see. Alright. Hey, we got away. Awesome. Now let's see if we can get the next one. We have to lock ourselves in that room and hope he doesn't kill us. Alright, so we're going to walk back in there. Because Bobby's not the fastest, the sharpest tool in the shed. He's carrying it, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. We're going to lock this door and hope he didn't see us. I don't think he did. I think we're safe. I think we're safe. Come on, Bobby. Go away. Go away. Hey, he did it! Alright, we're on track for G ending. Alright, now the next step in the G ending, G ending is the exact same as the H ending, except this time we're abandoning hope because we saw all of our friends die. We don't care about Lot, so we don't have to see her die, but we saw Laura and Anne die. So now we have to wait for Anne to die. Now, Anne doesn't get to fall through here anymore, so that's kind of sad. I love watching that scene. It's pretty fun to watch it every time. But Anne gets a different death here. I don't know if I'll get world record just because of the amount of time I wasted, but let's see if I can... I think you just have to wait it out, from what I've noticed. There you go. Yeah, you just have to wait it out. And we'll see this. She just got chucked out the window. Like, I'm wondering how Bobby managed to pick her up, because that's not cutting. Bathroom cleaning. Yeah, Bobby's not the sharpest. He's definitely not the sharpest here. He's a bit blue. He's very rainy. Very rainy outside, surprisingly. Rain blue. He just needs to hang in there. Bobby needs to hang in there sometimes. Sometimes he's not the best, but he does his job. Alright, so this time I'm not going to run past it. I'm just going to do this. Alright, there we go. Alright. Hey, there we go. Alright, and it's the same rules. Let's see what time I get for G. Alright, one more and we have G. I think this would have been a lot better if I didn't have the big freeze in the middle of it. Alright, we got 356 on G, and that's not a bad time at all. That's definitely not a bad time at all. Well, I'm pretty sure Bobby's dead after this. Bobby doesn't come back. This game still does freak me out occasionally. Bobby can get me pretty good right now. Oh, we don't have to watch the end of this one. All the end of this one says is that Jennifer mysteriously died. And I think we're about... Awesome, I was actually just about to ask that. So we have time for one more thing. And one thing I didn't do here is I didn't really die. I'll talk about the difference between G and H is G, Jennifer at least did the right thing and she just abandoned all hope after watching all her friends die and she wanted to try escaping. H, she just ditches her friends. She doesn't care about them. And she'll always hesitate. There's his buddy checks. Alright. The runs are pretty much over. However, one thing we didn't get to see is I didn't really die in this game. We're going to watch some of the deaths here. There's two in particular that are pretty interesting. And just kind of how it can happen. Actually, you know what? I'll show probably one of my favorite deaths in the game. I think I have time for one death, I'm pretty sure. I have a pretty good one that I can actually show. Let me see if I can... I'm gonna have, oh, no, not that room. No, I already went in there. Alright, we'll run out. Alright, so it's not this room. Yeah, there's, the funniest death in the game is going... That last ending was G... Yeah, actually, the true ending is A, B, or C. The first one wasn't even the true ending. Oh, wait, I need to go back here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the... As I said earlier, there's two ways to find out the, well, we have to first deal with this bird. Normally, in order to hide, you have to hide under this bed. But Bobby will kill you underneath the bed if you don't do anything about this bird. Because this bird's a snitch, and you know what they say, that snitches get stitches. So, we're going to teach this bird a lesson. It's another funny death. I must pick the funniest one in the game. Hopefully I get the RNG for it. If not, I know how to get there either way. Alright, we're going to get the bird here. The way we're going to die right now is we're actually going to... Well, first we're going to watch Anne die because it's fun. But the way we're going to die is we're going to... There's two ways to find out about the cradle under the stars. But if you don't do the other one right, you can die. So we're going to do that way. So let's go watch Anne die and let's go escape the Scissor Man. And this is the path the game's supposed to go, generally. Watch, we got Bobby just coming out of the ceiling. It's never gets old. I like following with the mouse too, because it's like the perfect... Like, look at that. Alright. So we're just going to nope out of here this time. Oh, I know which way I could have gone. I didn't have to go this way. I already went this way, but... Get juked, Bobby. Bobby's coming from over here. And Bobby... The cool part about this game, actually, is the way it's normally played, Bobby actually learns. The killer's adapting. In Clock Tower 1 and 2, Bobby actually adapts. And by what I mean he adapts, he'll actually, like, if you hide under his bed every time, he'll just kill Lauren. He'll just kill you. Alright, so now we ditched Bobby. We didn't have the snitch bird. Yeah, we're just pushing around Bobby's. We're gonna hopefully get it sooner. It'll only take about, I think, 1 or 2 more minutes to get it if I don't get it this way. And the first way is gonna be much faster. Alright. So we have to go into the kitchen to go get some alcohol because Jennifer wants to party because she's a young teenage girl. So we're going to find some alcohol and party. And that's how we get to the next step of the game. And this is actually how you get the A ending. This is the path you have to take to get the A ending. Hopefully it's there. Let's see. It should be right here. Alright. We'll see. Alright, I talked to it twice, I think. If I don't get knocked out, I'm gonna have to get the key. Alright. Alright, yeah, we got it. Perfect. Alright, so Jennifer's partying right now. She snuck into the liquor cabinet. And Jennifer, being a lightweight, knocked herself out. And now this is gonna be the most fun death in the game. I probably was laughing the first time I saw it. So this homeless dude right here, we'll talk to him. We'll talk to this homeless dude. This homeless dude is Mr. Barros, the dad. Now, Mr. Barros is hungry. He has not eaten in days, so we're going to try running away from him. He's a hungry man. He's a TV dinner, that's what he says, hungry man. And normally you have to have another item, but we don't have that item. So let's see if he'll do it to us. Talking to him. I think I just have to wait for... Oh, here we go. No, I am. Alright. Oh, here we go. But she's walking towards... There we go. I spend a lot of time on this game sometimes. There's some people know more, and that is one of the funniest sets in the game. Essentially what happens is Mr. Barros is so hungry he eats you. I've ran every ending in this game. I love this game. This game, fun fact, actually inspired Breath of the Wild. If you didn't know, I mean, Breath of the Wild has clocks. Clock Tower has clocks. And all right, that's pretty much the end of it. I'm very happy I can show you guys the game. I apologize for not having perfect luck in RNG, but I'm just happy we're able to finish the run and show us pushing around Bobby people. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm Ecdysis, and I hope you all enjoy the next run. Have a great night.
Alrighty. That was Ecdysis with Clock Tower. Several different types of endings and such like that. Really cool stuff. You're watching SNES Superstars 2017 on the Speed Gaming channel, where the host is speedrun tournaments, marathons, and other special events. There's something happening here every day, y'all, so be sure to follow or subscribe. We got a couple of links for you I'll put in chat, but we are about ready to transition over to Stunt Race FX with Mr. Zero the Mant.